And welcome into the YouTube people. This is a chat today. Good morning, Indy. This is a chat today to share our Discord and how it works. I am by no means the expert on this. Oh, good morning, custom resin creator. I'm not a morning person. Not at all. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've never been a morning person. So these mornings are hard. All right. Congratulations. Welcome in, Dom Scott. Hope you're having a good morning. I'm just waiting for my computer to wake up. So, what we're doing today is this is probably a pretty very selective class today on how our specific resonator works, how our specific Discord works for the resonators. So, about 6 or 7 months ago, we started. Oh, well, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm glad I wasn't doing some silly accent then, because you never know what I always misappropriate accents for sure. So we're going to be talking about our Discord today, and we're going to be talking about how you can navigate and find all of the things that we have in our specific group. This will help our new people to understand how to work with the Discord, how to find our shows, how to put their shows in. And of course, my computer doesn't want to let me log in. It's going to be all of those things. So we are also going to try and be out of here in an hour. Custom Resin Creator has a show at 11. That will be a good way to raid in. His was the only one that I saw that was at 11, so that works good for me. Are you still going on, Custom? He may have fallen back asleep like me. Okay. I have to remember how to get into the homepage of our resonators. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh, look at you tagging. I probably interrupted your tagging, didn't I? Let me switch the camera back around so we can see the screen as much as we can. I think most everything is going to be on this side. And I'm not going to be able to see Whatnot and do this because I don't have a third device. Okay. Perfect. This is what we needed to know and what we needed to do. And this is our home screen for the resonators. It's currently brought up to event share, which is awesome because you can see that people are sharing what they're working on. They're sharing things they're proud of. If somebody missed a show and there's a product that they want to see, they can ask here, hey, can you show this? And then, just things that we're proud of, things that may or may not be sold, but things that just are amazing. I love this because it gives me the opportunity to learn who artists are and the things that they enjoy. Good morning, Crafty. Okay, so this is the opening page. And as you can see right here, we have the resonators drop down box. I don't think you guys have that. You might. But this is like administrative, I think. So the very first thing that you go into is the events. And of course, I should have created an event for this one, but I did not. But we see what we have up and coming next is our resonator. Is that screen fuzzy to you guys? Do I need to clean my screen? I think I do. And I don't know where my little cleaner is, because I'm seeing a little bit of a shadow there. Oh no, I can't find it. Okay. Oh, here's one. I couldn't find it because it was right in front of me. Okay, so that might just be the sun coming through the window. That is not helpful at all, is it? And I can't make it any darker. Oh, I can turn off the lights and see how that goes. Oh, I do need to leave the computer turned on. It's coming back on. Oh, that's much better. Okay, that's much better, right? All right, perfect. Okay, so what we have is we have events. You click into events that, and I'm not sure if they're in the same spot for you. Probably not on your phone. They may be in a different spot. In fact, on the phone, I think they're in the upper right-hand corner. And it looks like that little calendar right here. This little calendar is, I think, in this lineup on your phone. Okay, so you click into events, and then you can actually click into the functional art calendar. You can actually click into it, and it's going to tell you the details. It's saying that it's on the 19th. It starts at approximately 4:30. The times on this are very, very weird. Good morning, Kaylin. They're very weird because they will not let me change it to any other time zone. So unfortunately, when I create events, they're going to always be in the they're going to be in the wrong time zone. Oh, you know what I didn't do, guys? I didn't send out the Bratz call. Let me do that real quick. I forgot. That way we can let everyone know we're online. Good morning. See, my volume is off, but it does it every time. I can't figure that out. If anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. All right, there we go. Now we've let everybody know we're online. Oh, we need the Discord. Okay, we're discussing events right now. Hey, good morning. We're online, yo. Okay, so you click into the Resonator exhibition, and it tells you when it is. It tells you who's hosting it, and then it has the link for the opening show. So this, if I were to click this, it would take me to Whatnot, and it would take it to the opening show. Then you can click and tell everybody that you're interested in going, and that tells who's actually signed up for it. I think a lot of people don't know that this is there. So if you want to know more details about it, you can actually go into the event schedule and it'll send you to the opening screen. So that, and then you can copy link to share it with other people if you want. So that is how, oops, let's continue to be interested. That is how you get into those. So this is Lions and Stars 101 class that's up and coming. We know it's on the 26th, and it's, oh, it did let me do it at 7:30. I guess I set it at 7:30. It's actually at 8:30 my time, but I was trying to put it in for Central Time Zone because we've tried to keep all of the Resonator stuff in the Central Time Zone so that we don't confuse people. So we're not switching back and forth between time zones. So Uniquely is the queen, and she's in Central, so that's where we went with the time zone. So this tells you again what it is. It has the link to the opening show, how many people are interested, who created this event, and then it tells you a little bit about it. Let's see what this little button does. So I can actually add this to my Google Calendar. I don't know if I can do it on my computer, but you can actually add it to your event calendar. Functional includes anything that can be used besides art. Okay, I'll show you how to get to that in just a moment here. So it's anything that you can use, like a tray, a cup, a bowl, a pen. I think we're including jewelry. And then the only other stipulation is we try and think of at least one item that you can market to other sellers on Whatnot. Okay. All right, we'll get out of that. Get out of that. And the only thing that will be in this event button is always just going to be the Resonator sanctioned events. That's why I didn't set an event for this one, because this is on my Brats with the Chat. This is a personal time I'm giving. Market to other sellers. Like pick a group of sellers that you normally would go into their show and watch. Can you create bead trays? Can you create nameplates? If it's a pin category, can you create a pin holder for them? Like market it to somebody else that sells within Whatnot that is not a Resonator. Hello, lady. Welcome in. And welcome into BH. Okay, guys. So then we have the server boosts. That's if people want to pay to boost the server. We're not all about that. This is the rules. They mainly do pertain to the being kind, being respectful. There's not a whole lot of rules in here. I do want everybody to go in and read them. I think that if you sign up, you have to go in and read the rules. Hopefully I did that. Thank you, Custom. So, but a lot of people join this without actually having to go in and read the rules. So hopefully we can, I might send out a message every now and then saying, hey guys, can you please go back and reread the rules? No plagiarizing. That's very important to me, that we don't steal anybody else's ideas. That we make sure that if we're inspired by other people, that we bring them into our conversation, and that we don't make the exact piece. We just a piece that's inspired by them. For instance, I did a disco ball once, and I did a disco ball skull head, and Uniquely really loved it. And she went and did a disco style mushroom. So totally not my piece, but inspired by the idea. So that's what we're talking about. The other thing is, be inspired by them, but listen, if they don't live in your city and you do outdoor markets or you do vendor markets or something like that, um, you can get very similar with that and sell in your local market. Just don't put it out online and not give credit to the people that inspired that piece, or that. And I do make it a point to ask before I do that, even in my local market. So for instance, if I were going to go in and do, who has very specific art? I can't think of anybody this morning that has very specific art. I can tell you who I've asked. Height Normal Designs makes the most beautiful necklace pieces. Yes, Tracy's Geodes is a great one too. So if I were going to create a geode, first of all, I would ask Tracy. And Tracy teaches how to make them. So she knows that people out there are going to be making them, because she has she has told us how to make them and showed us how to make them. Yes, the canvases, although canvases are largely done. I actually have canvases as well. I haven't embellished mine yet, but that's my first canvas that you see in the background there. So that one is not super specific, but Erin has a specific style that is all her own. My pouring is based off of tons and tons and tons of people on the internet who teach you techniques. I don't have anything that I've honed in as my own. So good morning, M7. How are you? M7's, oh my gosh, his jewelry. Yes. His jewelry, he wraps in a certain specific way. But M7 also teaches. What he does And I'm sure that if you talk to him and said, "Hey, I have learned your style. I would like to create something similar. I would like to do this in a local market. Are you okay with that?" Maybe you use his technique to wrap something other than, like bent for you. How cool would it be? Because his stuff is so smooth and so well done. How cool would it be if you asked him if you could use a wire wrap at the top for design? So it's using something that M7 has inspired without actually stealing his actual living. So that's what we're asking for here with no plagiarizing and no stealing. But you can borrow the ideas and be inspired. Okay. We know it's going to happen with certain molds because we all have the same molds. But, you know, everybody's going to make mushrooms. Sometimes those mushrooms are going to look similar, right? Okay. We ask that it's a resin group. Please keep the chats resin based. If we see a need to add a whatever room, we now have a whatever room. It's called other art. Um, you can add any other art that you're doing, anything that is, that you're making, that you're working on, as long as it's art. I still want this to be a handmade Discord. So if you're creating something or doing something like Ben, you have the new laser stuff, that's very appropriate to put into the other art category. I think that it's kind of silly for us as a group to think that resonators don't have multi talents. So, adding that group in, I think, helps a lot of people to, yeah, that's awesome. But Dom, if you make those, you can definitely put those out in the resin world because we are all looking at new molds and stuff. So, yeah, I got it all at home too. I just haven't learned how to use my pressure pot. Euphoria Emporium is going to teach me. Okay, so stick to Discord and Whatnot's terms of service. Read and follow all the rule trains before you sign up. Make sure you post your comments and reply in the right chat room. This one we are horrible about. There's my girl. I was just saying you're going to teach me how to use my pressure pot. Someday we're going to do a private class and you will teach me and I will get brave. Okay, so make sure that you read and follow all the rules on trains before you sign up. Make sure that you post your comments and replies in the right chat room. I was saying we're horrible about this, but we no longer have a new and sparkly Discord. It is a dragon fire all of its own. But I think I think it's difficult when you have 100 people to where somebody's idea of where to post something may not be the same idea as what I was thinking when I created the category. So you guys could always suggest a new category if we see that a conversation is one that we want to continue and to grow and discuss. Then like I don't know why we don't have a safety. We have our safety stuff under resin help, but we should probably have a safety place to talk about resin safety. So if you guys ever think of a new channel that we need to have, then I try. I try. I do try and keep it active too because we want it to be our main communication center, and if it is not moving and growing, then it's just sitting stagnant and dying. So I love when people chat in there. I love when people do their creative share. I love when they share their shows. I've been going to share shows to actually start my morning search. I used to do that by just scrolling and looking for my friends, but I started going into the shared shows because if somebody's going to take the time to do that for us, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start with their shows for the morning and I bookmark it. So I think that's a good practice for all of us. Okay, and then do not use at everyone. I think I took the ability to do that away. Hopefully, I took the ability to do that away because we don't want that to be misused. The only time that we use the at everyone is whenever we are specifically talking about a new train or an event, something that's about to be launched, something that's important. that's when we want to use that one, because everybody will get a notification when that happens. And you can turn your notifications on and off for any of these categories. And I'm going to see if I can show us how to do that. Maybe not in this session, because it's already 10:20 and we're going to be rating in at 11. So welcome in, Dee Barton. Welcome in. And Sadie's, good morning. I saw you have a show today. That's awesome. I still need to open and do my little mini verse potions. Um, I just haven't set up a time for it. I've been busy this week. Okay, just a refresher, take time and reread the rules occasionally. So that's the rules section. Then we have our welcome. This is where we like people to come in and introduce themselves and say who they are. That tends to happen in all different categories. This is one of those dragons, but that's okay. They're brand new. We're not gonna tell anyone specifically to not do that, because they've just came in. We're not gonna bite their heads off, right? We want to be a very friendly user group. So what we do with that is, whenever you guys give somebody a link, tell them, hey, if you don't mind, when you sign up, go to the welcome screen and introduce yourself and tell us what you do. That kind of helps to, that way we know, like, there's 116 people and we don't have 116 introductions. So it'd be nice to know who is in here and what they do, so we can help follow them and boost them, right? Okay, so that's the welcome. I did post in here for an opportunity to introduce themselves in the Keeping It 100 raid train, because that is a welcoming thing. But for the most part, it is about joining the group and meeting everybody, saying hello, introductions. Okay, and then what not names. Listen, if your name is not the same on Discord, which we're not asking yours to be the same on Discord, because a lot of people have had this service for a long time and they already have an established name. Somebody asked a question the other day if we could use two names. I don't think you can do different names for different servers. I think it's an overall thing. So you can change your name per server. You can change your name per server. How do you do that? Euphoria, would you mind going into the general and sharing that information with everyone, so that they will know that they can do that? Okay, that's awesome. Perfect. Yeah, I think a lot of people wanted to know that. Welcome in. Good morning. So definitely that would be something cool. And maybe that's something down the road that we actually mandate, because we had trouble during our last 2 raid trains with not knowing who is signed up. So that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay. This is what not names. It's the opportunity for you to drop you click on the name and then click change nicknames on it. Okay, cool. You click on your own name. You're making coffee. Sounds good. Type it in the general session whenever you have a chance. And Dom, are you part of our Discord? Nope. If you would like to be, somebody will share the Discord with you, since you're going to be doing resin molds. It's a good place for you to be to start your business off here. Okay. After that, we have our voice channels. There's the general chat, and nobody uses this. Mine's saying I don't have my microphone enabled. I don't, because we use other microphones. We could, yeah. That would be a good idea, and probably in the welcome as well. But once those scroll up, like, we kind of do miss that. But we can also put it in the Discord and whatnot help category. So we'll post them in all 3 once we see it. Okay, you can, oops. Yes, I know. Okay, so under the general voice chats, you can actually have chats and videos. Rosie with Euphoria Emporium did that a couple of weeks ago. It was super cool. I just started a chat that I don't know how to end. There's a chat in there going. Oh, well, I don't know how to use that stuff, so we're not going to get into that today, but I do have a chat going on in there. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, absolutely. Lots of friends. Okay, so you can do a general chat and do you can do voice stuff in here. If you don't want to type something out and you want to say do a little commercial for yourself or do a little commercial for somebody else, you can actually go in and do that. You can also have full shows in there. She had a full, like, I don't know, 1,400-hour show on Resincrete. So that was super cool. We may be utilizing this in the future. I do want to have a board meeting really soon for something that's going to happen in June, and we might do it inside the actual Discord. So that is something up and coming. Okay, then you have your text channels. We have our creative share, which we opened up this morning, first thing off the bat, and that is where we share all of our cool creations, lots of cool stuff going on, lots of good discussions. Woohoo! There's Sorry, guys. Where is that microphone coming from? I don't know what microphone is on there and how my phone tipped it off. No idea. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My doctor called, and if I don't get on and answer that call, I will never get back to who was trying to call me. And that was an important call. Needed to be on that. I apologize. Not everybody in the world knows my whatnot schedule. Good morning, Resin Mascara and Naughty. Good to see you guys. We're talking the whatnot world today, and we are talking about our specific Discord and how to find things in it. So let's get back to our Discord real quick. We are on the creative share category where you can share your up and coming things. So let's talk about this real quick. This one is going to have resin in it. This is also something to be marketed to other resin people. I don't think that was explained in the actual share. But if it were not the case, then this would need to be under other art. But for the most part, everybody's keeping it. This is the same. This is a blank for resin art. She always uses glass and resin. Oh, this is Simplify. That one will also be done. That one looks similar to Hometown Gal Crafton. So this looks like other art, but it was talking about the mold to make this particular piece. So again, it is that one probably needs to go in other art. I love to see Differ sharing her little I love these little earrings. I just think they're so darling. And then a before and after. How cool is that? That can spark so many conversations about how did you do that? How can I do that? What the heck is that? So if people don't know what Resinecrete is, this can spark that conversation. So I love it. Okay, goals and accountability. I'm probably the one that uses this the most. And I continue to do this because I hold myself accountable. So I have not done this number 5. I want I want people to call me out if I'm supposed to do something and I haven't. Cheer me on, encourage me. I have to do the SMART goal analysis. If you guys know what that means, SMART. Yes, that's how you spell smart, but there's also that is a reminder for setting your goals. They have to be uh is it simple? I don't know what it is, guys. SMART goals. I think it's actually in the chat. Okay, specific. They have to be measurable, they have to be achievable, they have to be relevant, and they have to be time bound. In one of these actual places where you do this, um, it tells people who will write their rules down, who will write their goals down and share them with somebody else are 80% more likely to reach your goals than those who do not write them down and share them with other people. So I just encourage this for everybody to do things to make your business successful. And that is actually what this section is for. This isn't to be nosy in your life. It is actually really meant to be how can we help you to reach your goals? Chick-fil-A actually puts their managers' goals, whether they be personal or not, they post them on the board so you can encourage the managers. So one of their things to make them successful. I know somewhere in here, probably at the top. Can I do it's in there. The SMART goal analogy is in there. There's another one in there that's very good that was written by Height Normal Designs. Another way to track your goals. But if you don't tell somebody and you don't write them down and then you don't go back in and make yourself accountable, then you won't reach your goals, right? So I put mine in there. I think I didn't do last week. I wish this thing didn't pop up. I have to take that off. Oh, I did do last week. First full week. Okay. So I'll go in and do this week's goals. Oh, I didn't write week's goals down. No wonder I've been all over the place. But I still haven't achieved goals from here. I did take a down day. So what I do is I go back in and I don't know how do I go back in on this particular one? I don't know how to do this on the computer because I do everything as that is your goals. I don't want to change your goals. I thought there was a little menu that pops up and you get the little there it is. So for me personally, like I go back in and I do, I don't think that this one has the emojis because I'm on my computer. Or do they? Oh, they're down here. Look what I just learned. See, guys, look what I just learned. But I want it right here. They're over here. Okay. So I did do that one. And look at my X's. I'm so mad at myself because I have not done this and I have not done this. And these are two very important things that I need to do to be successful in my business. So every time I come in here, I am reminded that I need to do what I'm supposed to do. So you guys are more than welcome to post your goals in here. And then also, it doesn't have to be business related. I do sometimes put in personal goals like I need to organize one of my spaces in the house or get something ready for resale. It's perfectly fine to put your personal goals up there as long as they're appropriate and they match the terms and conditions of Whatnot and Discord. So I will go back in and do my goals today and share that. I also do a monthly challenge and I will be posting those. I think I might have done a channel for that. Every month I do a challenge to grow my business in one way, shape, or form or another, and to hold myself accountable to my shows. And you guys are always welcome to do those challenges. You can create your own thumbnail around it. You can do whatever you want. Plus, there are tons of challenges out there in the Facebook world. I think June 1st. Happy. Oh my gosh, what's her name, guys? She's a huge seller. Happy something is doing a June challenge where you go on every day of the week and you follow a certain format. That would be great to post in the challenges. Shop Happy, thank you so much. She does great challenges also. She does something every day of the week and you go in and you do something different based off of what the Monday goal is, the Tuesday goal. So it keeps your shows fresh and moving and it gets you that habit of going on same time, same process. If you can't do them, don't sign up to do them because you'll just feel bad if you don't follow through. But if it's a goal that you feel that is reachable, then put it in the chat and we'll help encourage you. All right. So that is what goals and response and accountability is. Okay. Then next we have resin help. And these categories are off to the side, by the way. We have resin help, and this is where you ask a question. Hey, I don't like the way this is turning out. Is there anybody who can help me with this? Or does anybody know the best type of UV resin to use for this particular thing? Or I'm having trouble getting my UV resin to actually cure. What I love about our Whatnot family is that if you ask something, somebody's going to go in and say, you know what, I'll set up a show and you can come in and watch that. Or they will sit and they will type out amazing answers to these issues that you're having and they will help you. So sometimes because I learned on Whatnot, I learned on YouTube how to do resin. And it was frustrating to me not to be able to ask them questions as they were going along. And Whatnot gives us that beautiful platform to ask questions while somebody's creating and learn as you go. So this is a great forum to ask any questions in the resin help category and to see if somebody's doing a show on that in the future. So it's perfect. It's a perfect little platform for getting help. Okay, also in the help category is Whatnot and Discord questions. So this is, see, we posted our shows in here because I will be doing a chat with the Bratz Show Friday covering how to find things in the Discord. And then this one is actually packing resin items, how you can pack them to safely ship them. And then right after that, we're going to have Art with Heart, who is very knowledgeable on shipping. And she's going to share some tricks and tricks for using the shipping inside Whatnot. Like, for instance, where do you actually order the boxes? Did you know that you guys can order these in bulk also? I want, like she said, I want those packages that have that priority sticker on it that may not be a priority box. I want them to know it's priority so it gets all the benefits of priority shipping. So I did go in and just ask my post office to give me some, and they gave me a little roll of them. But I'm going to go in and get my own roll and make sure that my packages are labeled correctly. So she taught me that. So I asked her if she would come in and do some shipping questions with us, and she's going to be doing that, which is awesome. So that's why those are posted in there. And then we have our upcoming shows. This is where people let us know, hey, what are you doing? When are you doing it? One thing I would like to see us do is, like, when you're putting in your show, it does not say when it is. And in order to find out when these are going on, that Chat with the Brats is next week, same time, same place. So it'll be here at on Friday morning at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. So I should have done this too. I didn't do it, and I've been trying to add in here when it actually is. That's not the edit button. I guess I can't edit that one, or can I? No, I can't. Okay, so if somebody, they're less likely to click in, or I'll tell you, I'm less likely to click into your show unless I'm really wanting to go ahead and go into Whatnot. Because this link is going to send you to the Whatnot, and it's going to be leading you to the section to bookmark. And if it says you're live, I think a lot of them say you're live. So see, it's not even truthful that you're actually live at that particular moment. So you're probably not as likely to click into that if you want to stay in Discord for a while. So if you actually put your event time and schedule in there, people will go, oh, okay, so that's tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Then when they are in Whatnot, they can go in and they can bookmark you. All right. Okay. Next up, we have our general chat. This is where everything happens. This is where we have all the things and discussions that are going on. So this is our most active center, and it's where the everything stuff goes. And again, if we're wanting a specific topic that is, like, we should probably do a topic just on keeping people in your shows or needing show help. Something along those lines. You guys kind of roll that around in your head and help me come up with a channel for that, where we can discuss, just have a place to vent about our shows. Having a place to vent outside of the general chat. But it's okay. I like that it's currently in the general chat, because it also tells us who needs help and how we can help them and stuff like that. So maybe it's good where it's at. So great information right here. This one could probably be copied and pasted into, or shared in. Can we share this in a category? We can. Let's share that in this one. That's my tummy growling. I hope you guys cannot hear that. There we go. So we've now shared the category, that awesome mica powder discussion, into, it was forwarded by me. I'm like, what? That's not what I wrote. Now it looks like I wrote it. Wow, I just misappropriated and plagiarized your writing there, Euphoria. I didn't know I was going to copy it there. Oh, it's in Resin Help, and it says forwarded. Okay. All right. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. It's not going to let me. I was going to add that was information by you. Okay. Wow. When did that change into? Okay. There we go. We just put that in half caps and half. I'll change it later, guys. I'll change it later. Okay. So that's awesome. So general chat, you can actually share messages that you think are appropriate in other categories just by doing that, which is awesome. Okay. Here, this one I absolutely love too. This was great advice that any of us can use. Very, very, very thoughtful and well discussed help from Rosie. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate you. Okay. After general, we have other trains. I have never used them before, and I'm excited about that. We have other trains. These are non-resin trains. These are ones that you can share that are like we had this little helping hands one. They were looking for people. Or no, this was actually a come meet somebody, and that was hilarious. This is a train that didn't fit resin, but affects some of our resin people. Jennifer had a train that needed people. So if you're in a train and you think it would be awesome for somebody else, this is where you can post that link and say, hey, there's other people looking for this and how to reach out and find them. Okay, so those are other trains that are non-resin related. And then we have resin supplies. So this is, you're going to sell something or you're going to have a show, or if you find a popular resin brand on sale, if you find a new mold that you think everybody would really like, and it's on sale, or if Let's Resin is having a sale, you can go in and you can share that information with people. This is if you have extra supplies. I've been talking about with Uniquely. I think I'm going to run it off my regular show. I'm going to do a destash show for resin people that you can actually sell your resin items. It might not be done through the resonators because I might want to also open it up to other supplies that are not resin related. So I'll let you know when that is up and coming. Right now I'm busy enough with what we have. Okay, so this is for supplies and sales. Then we have Meet the Resonators. Meet the Resonators happens once a month. This month, we tried to meet all 100 of our people, all 100 people. We were lucky enough to reach almost 40 of them who joined the Meet the Resonator show, and it was called the Keeping It 100. And so next month, I need to reach out and get 2 new people for this. Where I get the people for that is I ask who would like to be interviewed for upcoming editions, and I had votes. And so these are people I will ask to actually do that show. We always try and get one person who's been with the server for quite a long time, and then we ask somebody who is relatively new to the server to come on air, 15 minutes. We ask 5 simple questions. How long have you been doing resin? What do you do outside of Whatnot that we can support you in? I can't remember what they all are right now, but it's a little introduction. Silver Templist. I don't. So this is where I'll get my list and ask people to come on and do the show. It is a short little 30-minute show where it actually winds up being about 45-minute show, maybe an hour with the closing. And then we raid out to one of the people who's on the show if they want to do a show live. So cute little way to meet our people and also figure out how we can help other people I've been on about a year and a couple months. So this is a great way to reach out and meet your other people and to highlight how we can help people meet their other goals other than resin. Plus, this is a perfect opportunity to work in our new collaboration center because maybe you don't know that Wendy also does this, or maybe you don't know that Bent actually uses resin in his pens. Maybe you don't know that he also has a laser printer. Maybe you don't know that Simplify does that stuff, or maybe you need a cup wrap and you want to go to Custom Resin Creations. Like you don't know what everybody does outside of here. Is it a bot? So okay, maybe you don't know what everybody else is doing. So meeting the resonators is the opportunity to help other resonators be successful on the platform not just in resin, but in other ways. Okay, then we have our educational classes. Our educational classes, this is where we will share what's up and coming. Wanted to do a specific category for that just so that we would have a place to post also the videos. I'm hoping that more people will go in and simulcast to YouTube, and then we can share those later. But we will also share the videos of those classes and those things as we get them edited and put in there. So that's educational classes. These are the booster raids. A booster raid is a raid to go into somebody else's show. You can set up a booster of your own. We actually have the thumbnail in the pinned messages. Oh, well, we have something that shouldn't be pinned in there. I will pin. Okay, that's not it. I will pin the thumbnail. The thumbnail is in there. We've already done that, so I'm going to remove that from the pin because that's not actually what I wanted to pin that day. So the thumbnails are in here. You can create your own thumbnail if you want to. There's a booster raid one. There's the official booster raid screen. This one doesn't have a name in it, so if you don't want to create one for it, there's one in there. I will get it posted in the pins so that you guys will have it. And then this is also the place where we can ask people to do a booster raid. Okay, so actually it's 10:11, right? Because we want to keep it in Central Time. So I'll go back in and I'll set the booster raid up. And tonight at 10 or 11, we'll boost into Ray of Sunshine. This is a great place. Let's do a quick poll. Is this a poll? No. Is this a poll? Is this a poll? Is this a poll? Is this I don't know how to use the computer version as well as I do the phone version. So I'll go in and create a poll and ask, hey, do we know anybody who wants to, or we can just ask. Why are my caps on? Why am I screaming at people? Oh my gosh, they're still on. Okay, I'm going to go in and ask tonight. Do you have a special show that you would like to participate or that you would like us to do one for? We're really bad at this so far, guys. We were going to raid in last night with 8 people, but 8 people is better than no people, right? I kept saying that, but I'd love to see us have a lot of people do this. Okay, can you please go put that in the Discord so that I will have a so I'll have a notice of that. I know, I'm terrible at typing. I know how to spell, and I'm not completely illiterate, but it comes across that I am in my typing. Okay, this is other craft chat. This is where you can put anything else in here. This is clay stuff. This is, I mean, look at the clay stuff. Amazing. I watched her create one of these last night. So this is a perfect place to share all of those other things that you do, and a great place for us to figure out who you want to collaborate with. So, I mean, Tequila just got a CNC router. Hey, what can she do? She can cut resin and resin wood. Like if you have a project that you want a giant hole in for whatever reason, and then you can mold that off of what, hey, there you go. You can modify a resin piece. So this is, I love this. I love that we're doing this, and I think it's good for us as a channel. There's a lot of questions that people ask. There's questions in here about the Cricut, which is cross category. So love that. And then this is Katya. This is this is our new one where we can actually have fun with our friends. I was making sure that I wasn't abducted by aliens. But this is where you share all those funny little things that are going on, or somebody's doing something amazing. Like I love this piece, and I wanted to highlight the three different techniques in one piece. So if you see something amazing and you want to share it, this is the perfect thing for that. It's just the gotchas. You caught something cool or funny, share it, snag it, and tag it. So look at the bookmarks. Amazing. It's Ben's birthday. We wanted to say, hey, go in and catch him. So here you go, guys. That's what this one's for. Little bit of fun. And now we have collaboration, which is our newest one. And look, it's already active this morning. Going good. Oops, don't know how to use my computer. Going good. So this is a great place for us to meet up with other people who are doing cool things and that we want to help with. Okay, the question of the day, where do I find the raid trains? They are under raid trains. So this is where all the information for our future trains and our current trains are. So right now we have discussions in each one. So there's the, oops, I knocked down raid trains. There's the raid train discussion and ideas. We want to keep, this is where I am very particular. I do not want to have a bunch of discussions that are not related to the June 23rd raid train in the June 23rd raid train. I want this one to be specific information questions or information for the June 23rd raid train, because if not, important information gets lost in a ton of messages or discussions. So if you have something that's just a general, it goes in the train discussion areas. And we love this one because we have so many ideas in there that people have thrown out. I don't know why I can't get into that one. There we go. So there's also lots of information in here. There are rules and feedbacks. Sometimes when things don't go right, we want to offer feedback. There's the discussion. This is the official discussion. It's an hour and a half long show about our specific trains, how they work, what they are, and what we expect from them. And then this one can now be moved because that discussion is kind of slowed down a little bit. And we keep our other discussions because there are some great things that happen in a lot of these discussions, like topics that have come up, and you can just always go back in them. You can go back in and read what's going on. Okay, I need to change how that one looks. No, I don't. Okay. Then we have our exhibition. We have the same situation there. Any discussions for the exhibitions go here. The Creative Train Challenge was how the exhibitions got started. I'm keeping this one because there's a ton of really, really good information in this one. And there's a lot of really good suggestions in this one. So these are kind of the same, but I don't know how to merge the channels. Yes, we're in Discord this morning. Yes, ma'am. It'll be back. It'll be on YouTube as soon as I can get it posted. So this is the up and coming one. It's got our latest schedule. See how very crisp and clean it is. This is how I would like to see them happen. That we have just discussions for the exhibition. So I'm gonna go in here. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it'll get attention. I don't look at the screen, I look at my hands. That's why everything looks bad whenever I post. Good morning, Leanne. That looks like I woke up this morning and have not had any Dr. Pepper. Okay, past trains and exhibitions are exactly, I want to keep discussion going in here. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And to bring attention, hey, are you guys getting ready? Did you know that's Tuesday? This is all of our past trains and discussions. I also keep them because I think that we have some really, really cute things that happened. Like, people can go in and see our thumbnails for things that we did, things that we had that were important, ideas and discussions that we had. Roses versus Rage was so much fun. And we can revisit those. No, no, we don't want to do that. Okay. I don't know how to get out of this now. Let me figure it out. Okay. See, I'm learning. I'm just learning, guys. Hello, Art. Welcome in. Um, Scott, if you're still in here, can you please send me a message regarding joining the Discord, and I will send you the link. All right. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. That is how you work our specific Discord. And if you guys have any tricks or tips or things that will help other people to be successful in Discord, we would love for you to share those under the Whatnot and Discord questions and help. So that would be awesome, because as you can see, I am just learning to navigate. I was very resistant. I think I was the most resistant to coming to Discord because I did not want to learn a new app. But I'm very glad that we did, because we were able to grow as we have been, and we're just kicking butt. This is a very active and a very it's actually being watched, guys. It's being watched by other. Oh, hello, Princess Diana. Let me turn this around. It's being watched by other people in other categories to see what we're doing. So why ours is so active and successful. So I'm very, very proud of that. Our community is also catching attention. I'm hoping that maybe one day they'll want to interview one of us for the resin or for the Whatnot show and say, hey, tell us about the resin world and why, how you got started and what you guys are doing. So I do wish that all of those discussions would have happened inside of Whatnot, so Whatnot could see how active we are, but they're discussion centers are just not conducive to talking to 100 people at once. Good morning, the Sassy Goat. Welcome, 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 Randy. So, guys, we're done with this discussion for today. Do I need to do another one? We may see if we can bring in somebody who knows a lot about Discord and do a specific how do you work actual Discord, because all I know is how to work ours. Good morning. We're showing how to use the Resonator Discord. If you missed the show, which you did because we're about to write out, we will be putting this in the Education Center and the Whatnot and Discord Questions and Help Center. We will put the link for the YouTube in there. Guys, as always, thank you for joining. We appreciate you so much. And just keep being interactive with the Discord, because I think it helps us to hold each other accountable. It's inspirational for others. It's inspirational for me to go in there and see people's work. And I'm like, oh, wow, I want to go in and create now. I want to try and do somewhat of that technique. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Todd. I'm so excited. It's supposed to come today, right? I'm excited, and I'm going to be home today. So, thank you so much, guys. And I looked and I saw that Custom Resin Creator is actually going to be on um at 11. I don't know if he's on yet. Let me switch back to this afternoon. Okay, great. He is on yet. He is on now. I'm not a morning person, guys. Okay, so we're going to go right out to him. And guys, just know, if there's a chat show or something like that that I'm doing and you want to schedule a show, just reach out to me and say, hey, can you rate into me afterwards? And I will do that. I have next Friday open and available. If somebody wants to do a show at 11. Actually, it'll be noon at least, because we have 2 topics to discuss. All right, guys, we're going to rate out. And thank you.
Guys, go be creative, have fun, and make it happen. It's a make it happen day. Go in and support your favorite people. We're going to bless this room right now. Go in and let's put dragons in the chat because he likes dragons. All right, here we go, guys. Bye.